Hey, what's up, guys? I thought today would be, as I drive to the gym, kind of a good topic to discuss, since now I'm coming off of a show. One of the popular topics, obviously, when you're done with the show is reverse dieting. Some of you may not be familiar with reverse dieting. Basically don't quote me, I'm not an expert on this. Reverse dieting is, when you're coming off of a show, basically kind of getting back on, getting back on your diet, getting back on your macros, and then you're slowly each week, increasing your calories and letting your metabolism kind of slowly catch back up. Your metabolism's so used to running on, low calories, low carbs. So basically you can't just all of a sudden throw in 3, 4, 5,000 calories a day when your body's used to running on 2,000, for example. So one of the best things a competitor can do coming out of a contest is getting back on, his macros and like I said, letting each week the body slowly kind of adjust, and then increasing carbohydrates and things and fat back in slowly each week. Now, here's the thing. Sounds good on paper, right? But it's like, think about how your mindset changes as a competitor as soon as you're done competing. As soon as you know that you no longer have, a show that you're prepping for, that you don't have that kind of restriction in your head that makes you stop from eating that extra handful of chips or something like that out of a bag when you're weighing them, or maybe taking in that extra scoop of ice cream that's, it's supposed to be 70 grams and accidentally put 80 in there, it's 10 grams, little things like that before, when you're in contest prep mode, now all of a sudden that mental barrier in your head is kind of like, fuck it, what's 10 grams gonna do? So, and then me personally, guys, I've never reverse dieted before. I've only done the, let's take away this past prep, I'd only done 2 shows prior to that, and I'm not gonna lie, after my first show, completely binged like crazy, never reverse dieted, pretty much probably put on, who knows, all my weight back on within a matter of, who knows, maybe a week or 2. Horrible, I know. And then my second show, after my 2011 show, same thing, found myself, kind of binging after I was done, and then, put a ton of weight back on really quick. And then again, even all of my last off season, before this previous contest prep, I never tracked my macros. I never reverse dieted out of that show. It's just been a hard thing for me personally to kind of I guess get back on track with. I'm just one of those people that, the one thing that I kind of dislike about this sport or with bodybuilding is it makes you so obsessed and so consumed with food and macros and eater's remorse, feeling guilty for enjoying good foods, especially when you're off season. You're not even, it's like, heck, I might, I have 2 years to get back on stage, and it's like, I'm gonna feel guilty for having, a slice of cheesecake or something like that at a restaurant. But you will, though, you just will, because that, oh God, if you're trying to reverse and you have a set of macros, if you want to fit in a nice cheat meal, you're pretty much easily going to go over your fat intake and stuff. So it's just one thing that's really hard to kind of balance. Obviously, some people are better at it than others. I mean, I know there's a lot of people that, that say it's just willpower and stuff like that. You're just being mentally weak, all that. But, one thing that I am trying to do, I'm not going to lie, first of all, I am trying to reverse diet right now. It's been a struggle, I won't lie. I have some good days and I have some bad days. But one thing that kind of helped me a little bit was after watching a video by one of 3DMJ's coaches, Jeff Alberts, who's an awesome guy, by the way. You guys all know him as freaking amazing posing guru, then obviously just an amazing physique and a top natural pro bodybuilder who I look up to and admire. Anyway, so Jeff put out a video recently where, you know, he goes over reverse dieting, and he talks about how he's even struggled with it, which is always good to know that you're not alone in kind of battling this kind of post contest kind of journey that you go through. I mean, most people will tell you that reverse dieting is actually harder than the contest prep diet itself. So anyways, though, one thing that I think that he kind of brought up, and this might help some of you guys too that are struggling with this, or maybe you're just getting done with a show or about to get done with a show, is instead of maybe setting yourself or setting up yourself with a particular set of macros, possibly applying in what he calls like macro ranges. So for example, what I've kind of done is, as opposed to just saying, I'm just gonna throw out some numbers. Let's say as opposed to doing like, you know, like 250 protein, 250 carbs, and 60 grams of fat, I'm setting up ranges to try to stay within, you know, like 250 to 275 protein. So if I'm anywhere in between there, that's fine. 250 to 300 carbohydrates, as long as I fall in that mix, fine. And then 60 to 70 grams of fat, you know. I suppose it's like, oh, so like, you know, if I had the regular macros where I was trying to do 250, 250, 60, then I found myself, you know, going over a lot, and you're kind of feeling guilty, like, oh, I'm not staying on track, oh. Now this way, it's just with the ranges, it kind of makes it easier to, you know, let's say maybe by your last meal, you're at, you know, 260 protein, 273 carb, and like 64 fat. Oh, you're like, you know, you feel better, you made it within your ranges, you don't have that feeling of like you went over, of guilt and things like that. So that's one thing that I'm kind of applying right now that is helping. One thing I will say though is, oh, it gets so much harder to stay on track during the weekends. You know, I'm kind of like a weekend warrior where, you know, during the week, you know, work, come home, eat, go to the gym, come home, you know, have time to myself, relax. It's much easier for me to kind of stay on track with my macros and stuff. But then it's like the weekend comes, and I always have the weekends off, and then it's like you're just kind of sitting around. You know, I'm single, I don't have a girlfriend to keep me busy, unfortunately. Forever alone, right, guys? But yeah, so it's like a lot of times, you know, like days like, actually, I mean, I've been good so far. Today, I'm not talking about last weekend, let's not bring that up. But you know, just days where you're kind of sitting around and you're bored, you find yourself just kind of like wanting to eat. And I'm not gonna lie, my appetite is still like really, really high. I wake up and I'm like really, really hungry. I can't wait to eat breakfast. But you know, like today's an example where, you know, it's gonna be kind of a struggle because I've been planning this for I think almost a week now with some other some local competitors and another buddy from my gym. We're all going to go to a favorite burger place down the street from the gym and grab some burgers, and they have amazing. This place is called Waddell's. It was actually featured on that Diners, Drives, and Dive-Ins show. Oh my gosh, guys. Amazing burgers. They do like these amazing burgers with like sweet potato fries, and they give you like the little fry sauce. It all goes together so, oh my gosh, it's amazing. But we're all meeting there after the gym today. Just got to the gym right now. I'm gonna do legs, but we're all gonna meet there and have burgers and fries and stuff. But then and then my one buddy already brought up cheesecake, because last time we were there we all had burgers, fries, and cheesecake. They do an amazing cheesecake with caramel on it and stuff. So I'm like, great, there kind of goes, you know, my macros for the day, right? Do I, you know, should I feel guilty about that? I'm off season, right? Should I feel guilty about going with some friends and socializing and having a burger and fries and the cheesecake? You know, that's what kind of sucks. But that's another thing that I did kind of apply into my, and what's funny is I even put a thing on my fridge, like a kind of a reminder. It says, hey, it says like, you're a pro now, Colin, act like it. And then I put my macro ranges on there. And on the bottom, I put, this is something just to help me stay on track, I put allowed 1 to 2, let's call it like, you know, cheat or free meals a week, which I'll usually save for the weekend. So that's one thing that I'm going to try to do is allow myself, you know, even if it goes beyond the macros, whatever. But one thing to keep me sane and on track is going to allow myself a good, you know, 1 to 2 cheat meals. So this is obviously one that's going to count for that, and then I might have another one like tomorrow. Maybe go out to like a nice brunch or something like that. So anyways, I just kind of wanted to get this out there and let you guys know that, hey, you know, if you're dealing with this too right now, don't feel bad, because, you know, I've definitely been struggling with it. It is pretty depressing to kind of see. I will say it's pretty depressing to kind of see once you start kind of eating more again and stuff like that, like how like fast like a lot of the definition and stuff like that goes away. Oh my gosh, it kind of creates kind of like a body image body image disorder when you're kind of looking at yourself and you're so used to seeing that ripped, lean, stage ready physique, then all of a sudden now, you know, with you just kind of look a little more watery and stuff like that. But that's just something I kind of have to accept, that it's like you can't stay, you know, 4 to 5% body fat year round. You know, it's just not healthy. It's just hormonally and stuff like that. Especially for me, I definitely needed to kind of like stop dieting, because like for myself, you know, one example was my libido had been completely shot for, I don't even, like, it seemed like months. So obviously I know it's not healthy, you know, that's not normal. So who knows, maybe my testosterone's in the crapper right now. I don't know. But anyways, so I just thought this would be a great video for you guys, just to kind of get some insight firsthand from me and kind of what I'm dealing with, and then so others can kind of relate and know that, hey, you're not alone in this. It's all kind of a struggle. You know, I've brought it up on Facebook with a bunch of other friends. We've all kind of discussed it. Everybody pretty much agrees that, oh my gosh, like nobody looks forward to reverse dieting. Nobody enjoys it. It's just one of those things that, you know, as a competitor that we got to do, because the one benefit to reverse dieting, if you do really, you know, kind of let your metabolism kind of repair itself and slowly kind of bring calories back, is you're kind of, what you're doing is you're setting your metabolism and your body up so for when you prep again, your next prep, it's going to go by so much smoother. You're going to be able to, you know, eat more carbs, eat more food, not have to do as much cardio. Basically, you'll be able to probably just get in contest condition that much easier without having to do so much extra work. So that's kind of the main benefit, you know, as a competitor, is you kind of have to think, okay, just know that like by staying on track, it's going to make that next prep that much better and that much easier to get back into great condition. So anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, now that I'm off season, I'm kind of looking for, you know, you guys are more than welcome to give me some ideas on what you want to see. I do plan on doing more some of my low carb kind of stuff that I survived on. I got a couple more ideas that I think you guys might like that I'll put up. So anyways, I hope you guys all have a great Memorial Day weekend. Take care.